They told me for years there was no money in podcasting. Well, they were all wrong.
It was excellent. The acting was great. I liked having Andy Serkis as Alfred. The Riddler. I think I first of all, before we get to the Riddler, 'cause I do want to spend a lot of time on the Riddler. Colin Farrell as the Penguin. Holy goddamn. Indescribable.
Yeah.
Like I found out it was Colin. Like if I didn't know Colin Farrell played, I would have shit myself. Like it was like, oh wait, that's Tom Cruise from Tropic Thunder. Like that kind of like, wait, you're lying. Like you have to go to IMDb and look that shit to make sure no one's not punking me. Like, what an incredible job by the Penguin. Like I know the big shoots are filled with Danny DeVito, but incredible. I thought he was almost better than the Riddler.
Oh yeah, no, dude, and totally. And I think I don't think any of the villains in this movie are going anywhere. I think they're really going to stick around for, you know, the longevity of all these sequels that they're going to make, dude. And I mean, my God, dude, when he's like yelling, I got you, you sick weirdo. And then he just pops out of the fire, dude. I mean, moments like that just hit you, dude. And I saw it in IMAX too. And there was like, oh, baby, you could feel it in your chest throughout that entire sequence, bro. It was just so... It's just so incredible, man.
It was great. And honestly, shout out to John Turturro, too, for playing Falcone.
Oh, yeah, like, dude, amazing.
One thing I was concerned about with the trailers was, you know, they had 3 villains, what seemed like 3 villains.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's tough to pull that off.
Yeah.
And a lot of movies don't. But this one, and then Homecoming, No Way Home, the last Spider-Man.
Yeah.
They both pulled it off. Excellent. Like, Falcone... Penguin and Riddler all got like equal screen time with a clear hierarchy of who's in charge.
Absolutely, dude.
Like
absolutely.
And that's a testament to the writing, for sure.
Yeah, no, and I would even I would argue that Dark Knight Rises doesn't do as good of a job with it, and I think that's why that movie fell short for a lot of people. Yeah. And again, back to the graphic novels I've been reading, what you realize in a lot of them is that like sometimes a bad guy will show up for a chapter and then he's like gone. Like the Long Halloween is really interesting because it doesn't take place on one night; it takes place over the course of a year, and every month is a different villain. So in the Long Halloween, there's pretty much 12 different villains all getting to this, and that's like, you know, the Joker, the Riddler, Poison Ivy, like all that stuff. All these characters are in this graphic novel, and like it doesn't feel too full. It doesn't feel like it's full of fat. It doesn't feel like it's wasting your time. And so that's what I'm extremely interested about in more of these movies, is like how Matt Reeves is going to be able to capitalize on this and like utilize even more characters from one of the greatest rogue galleries of all time.
No, definitely. All right, the Riddler.
Yeah.
So I loved the Riddler.
Yeah. Paul Dano for a second. Can we just say there will be blood, prisoners, the
that's
Batman.
Where I knew
like,
him from.
Yeah, dude. Like Paul Dano.
I drink your milkshake. He's the guy counting to Daniel Day-Lewis. Okay, copy. Now I know who he is. Because I was like, you look so familiar.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't put my finger on it.
Have you seen Prisoners?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. He's
Prisoners is incredible. I love Prisoners. Great movie. I've only seen it once, but it's a great movie. But I was watching this movie, and I like what they're doing with the Riddler. But I couldn't help thinking, how is this any different from the Joker?
I understand that.
It's just they didn't do the Joker because the Joker's been done so many times. So they did the Joker, but they just called him the Riddler. And I'm trying to think of, because there is the riddles and the whole like method to the madness, as well as Joker is just pure chaos.
Yeah.
But I think that's even a little bit of a stretch. Like this Riddler felt too much of a Joker to me.
I think it's in the performance and the acting over the actual intention of the character. I think what's kind of making you feel that way is the way that he screams into the phone, "No, justice cannot lie," you know?
Yeah.
That stuff is a little over the top and feels a little jokery, but when it comes down to the character of the Joker is chaos, man. You know, there's almost no method to the madness. There's no point to it. He is the pure antithesis of Batman. And so when the Joker's in the next one, I have a feeling that's kind of what the story is going to be about. As to where the Riddler had like a really clear motive as to why he was doing this stuff, why he felt like he was smarter than everybody, why he felt like he'd been wronged by everyone. So I totally agree that his performance came off as like a bit of like, of course, this is what a psychopath acts like, and like you can totally chalk it up to being like the Joker. I think the difference is kind of just in the intention of like the character, you know what I mean? And it's hard to compare it to the actual Joker. So I'm interested in what the conversation is going to be like when we actually get the Joker in this universe and how much he relates to Paul Dano. And they made it seem like their boys are going to be, you know, intertwined in the next one too. So maybe it'll just be this crazy story.
I hope so. I like, after seeing that scene, I want to see them team up so bad.
Yeah.
Like that would be incredible. Also, whoever the fuck put them next to each other in Arkham, you're a dumbass.
Yeah.
Right? Like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Like, dude, put them next to Killer Croc, all right? What are they going to talk about? You know what I mean? Like, you put them next to the Joker.
Yeah.